Hello. This is week 6 of my journal, and well, I'm sorry that it came out a little bit late. It's been hard to find a place to actually record for stuff. So, this one's just a little bit late, but I will make the best of it. So it is on events from Wednesday the 5th to Wednesday the 12th. Um, so yeah, let's just get right into it. Uh, so the 5th was a really rainy day. I went to this one room that is like pretty good. It's got good resonation, like my vote with different parts of the song I'm trying to learn for my intro to the singing voice class. And as I was going to submit the recordings as an assignment, my computer just lost them all. Like it just it just reloaded and all the recordings were gone. So I I told talked to my teacher and we managed to like sort it out, but it still sucks that like I just practiced that song for an hour straight and it just went away. Thursday, next day I had all my classes and then I stayed up pretty late just playing a computer game. Um it was fun, something I hadn't really done in a long time, and I was glad to be able to, just have a something small like that. The next day was Friday the 7th. Now, for fall long weekend, my university had no school that day, but did have school on Monday, Indigenous Peoples Day. Um, we're not going to get into that, but pretty much that's what happened. So on the 7th, I had no school. Um, so I hung out with Anna, and we got breakfast at the Golden Rooster, and that was pretty nice. I had an eggs Benedict, and it was very tasty, very filling. And then we went to the park, and we just sort of hung out. Um, and yeah, we had a lot of fun. We just sort of laid and enjoyed the sunlight. And then after that, we went back to my room and hung out for a bit longer before we went out again to get burritos. And yeah, I was going to have a shift doing bikes that day, but like as I was about to go and do that shift, I immediately was just like so dizzy and nauseous that I had to call my boss and call out. I did feel bad though, but I did make it up by doing that shift the next morning and uh, taking care of the bikes then. Next, but yeah, after I did bikes that Saturday, I worked. I went to the gym and I worked mostly chest, but also some sword muscles by just grabbing like a 45-pound barbell and just sort of swinging it until it felt hard to do, and that was pretty fun. People started looking at me weirdly, but it's for fun. Um, that night my family picked me up and we stopped at Spirit of Halloween, Walmart, and just grabbed uh different like different like materials for a costume I'm doing for Halloween. And we that night made that and it was so nice to be able to sleep in my own bed. Like first time I've been able to in a couple months, so I did really enjoy it. Sunday the 9th, that morning I woke up and um after doing a bit of laundry, I went out in my car. First time I've driven my car in a very long time too, and hung out with some old friends. And we went to a breakfast place called it was called the Sassy Biscuit, and it was really good. And what I got there was sort of like this risotto-esque thing. Like I don't remember what it was, but it was like cheesy and sort of made out of like a rice porridge, but had a biscuit in it. And it was called the Louisiana Purchase, and it was really good. And after saying my goodbyes to them, my parents brought me back to university, and we had a D&D session that night, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Monday, I had two classes that day, and just in between them, I was going to work on some homework, and I just lost all concentration. Like I just could not focus. It kind of sucked. Um, and there was a quiz that I was supposed to take that just wouldn't show up, so I had to take that quiz later. But I started. So my family has apple trees. Sorry, I'm gonna go off on so many tangents. My family has apple trees, so they sent me with like 40 or so apples to college, and I just have been handing them out occasionally to people, um, because I'm not gonna eat all those apples myself. So I started handing pe just random people free apples. Uh, and that night I got some chicken because I felt like it, and from the pub, and it was pretty decent. Um, that Tuesday though, I woke up just in time for my first class, even though I did feel like a little bit sick and just not like sick like COVID sick, just like nauseous, you know. Um, and I practiced singing Hallelujah, the Leonard Cohen one, uh, and for my intro to sing class, and that's coming along. That night I had a gear rental store shift, and one thing that my undeclared class assigned for me, or FYS 110, as they call it here, was like this quiz that was like supposed to determine my aptitude for certain careers. And uh how do I describe this? It was like a mixture between like a Rorschach ink blot test, like a crazy like matching numbers test, and like a crazy patterns test, all to figure out like where my brain was and what I'd be the best at, and it was so strange. And then the day after that was Wednesday, which is last day I'm going to be covering, even though it is technically Friday. I am doing this by week for just my own sake. Uh, the, so Wednesday, I had a gear store shift, and no one came by. Like no one was renting out anything that day. Uh, and then me and someone from my D&D group went and worked out together after that, and it was nice. It was nice to have a workout buddy. It really was. So, uh, that was fun. And I I immediately had to go back to my dorm and just work on homework. Like I had so much homework, and I did pass out that night, and just in my jeans and a a tank top because I was just so tired after it all. I just needed sleep. But yeah, um overall I've been doing fine. It's been raining for like 2 days straight. But overall everything's been pretty decent up here. I think I'll end this video journal here. Uh but yeah, until next week I suppose.